to the KJ Methods YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for all who are trying to pass that real estate exam on the first try. Well, a student asked me the other day, please record a video on signature, delivery, and acceptance on the deed requirements. Essentially, she was saying she did not understand when the deed is validly conveyed to the grantee. So let's just talk about it. I decided to go a little bit more broad, talk about the deed requirements. We'll do those quickly, and then we will talk about this delivery and acceptance, because you can see several questions on this, and students do often get this question wrong. So let's get started. What are the requirements for a valid deed? There are 8 of them, and so we'll do them pretty quickly here. All deeds must be in writing. That is the statute of frauds that lets you know that deeds must be in writing in order to be enforceable. The grantor must be named and competent. And so that means that even though, we're going to see it in a second, a child could own a property, that child cannot convey that property without having a guardian, because they have to be competent. Same thing with a person who may be mentally incapacitated, cannot be a grantor. The grantee, though, just must be named. I just made that point. And so what we say is, yes, you can give a property to a minor, you can give a property to an incapacitated person, but they cannot go ahead and transfer that property as a grantor to anyone else without a guardian present. All right, we have our granting clause. The granting clause on a deed is essentially just the clause that lets you know what you're giving to the person. What is the grantor giving to the grantee? Are they giving them a fee simple absolute? Are they giving them a life estate? Are they giving them an easement? It just lets us know exactly what the grant is. Legal description, you know that there are 3 that you're responsible for: meets and bounds, government survey, short form. So it must have one of those 3 to be a valid deed. Consideration. Consideration is that exchange of promises between the parties. The big thing here is that we do not care how much consideration is cited, just as long as consideration is cited. And consideration does not have to be money, right? It's just an exchange of things of value between the parties. Signature of the grantor. We say that only the grantor needs to sign the deed, all right? The grantee does not sign the deed. But then we have this last one, delivery and acceptance. And this is where students seem to mess up in terms of when is this deed actually delivered. And here is the rule, all right? We cannot have a valid conveyance unless the grantor transfers the deed over to the grantee or that grantee's agent while that grantor is alive. It is that simple. The reason why I say that it is that simple is because I have students all the time get these types of questions wrong. But all you have to do is, when your grantor dies in your problem, and most of the time the grantor will die in the problem, just look around and see who has the deed at that point. If that deed has crossed the table to the other side, whether it is to the grantee or to the grantee's agent, then that is a valid conveyance. However, if that grantor puts the deed in his own safe, with his own attorney, with his mother, with his cousin, on his desk, whatever, and the grantor dies and there was not delivery, then that's simply it. There is not going to be a conveyance. Additionally, we have these questions related to acceptance. How do we know if it has been accepted? Well, acceptance can be implied. So all we have to do is look at the parties' actions. If there is an exchange of the deed and the money, let's say, for example, at the closing, that is acceptance. If the person moves into the property, the grantee, they move into the property, that is evidence of acceptance. Let's say the grantee actually goes and records the deed. That is also evidence of acceptance. And so all you're looking for, it's really, really simple, is that this deed crossed the table to the other side and that the grantee did some action, if that is in your question, if that's what we're looking for, did some action to demonstrate that they did indeed accept the deed, and that acceptance can be implied. All right, well, that is it. Again, it is not a very difficult topic. I am not even really sure why so many students get this question wrong. All we're looking for is, did it cross the table while the grantor was alive? If we have that, then we have a valid conveyance, as long as it was given to the grantee or to the grantee's agent. Well, once again, thank you for coming by the KJ Methods YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to all who are looking to pass that real estate exam on the first try. See you next time.